Mainland Baritone. Got it a couple weeks ago. Haven't had too much time to do much with it. Came in, I wasn't real happy with the strings that were on it, although I think one of them may have actually been damaged, and that might have been why I didn't like it. I tried some Martin baritone strings, and I really detested those. And then I tried some high-tension classical guitar strings, and these I just love. And the way I've got this tuned, oh, by the way, this was customized by yours truly, right here. Had a tool getaway and all these string changes I've been doing, and this was actually a second from Mainland, and the only thing I could find wrong with it that might have made it a second was, if you look in here, it looks like maybe they got a little glue squeeze out there and got a little too rambunctious scraping it off, and you know, left a little tiny mark along the heel there. That was really the only things I could find wrong with it until I got to it. So anyway, like I was saying, these are high tension classical guitar strings, and I really like them. Well, the octave, the tune. I've got the ukulele tuned an octave down from a standard GCEA tuning, so I guess you'd call this an octave ukulele now, rather than a baritone. It's quite low. Now this string up here, the G string right now, is a little bit flaky because I only had one set of the guitar strings, and it turned out I really needed the D that I used on this A. I also need that same string on this E. I originally tried this with a linear tuning, linear low G or linear octave down tuning, and it was terrible. I just did not care for it. But I realized I liked the sound of the three treble strings. It was just the bass string that was really driving me nuts. So I grabbed a D string out of another set, but it's not as heavy a string as this. I've tuned this one down to G to see how it behaves, and I really like it. So I went ahead and I ordered some single strings. I used that same D string in both the G and the A. So this, as I play this string is a little bit weaker, and it's a little slack, so it's a little snappy. You know, you'll notice that in here when I'm playing it. But once I get another string in to replace it, I think this is going to be just perfect. Like I say, it's a really low tuning. I really like it. And the amazing thing is that these strings, this is a 19.5-inch scale, and in this tuning, these strings intonate just almost perfectly up here at the 12th fret even. This actually intonates better than any of my other ukuleles, including my Ko Aloha, with the Worth strings on it, or the Worth equivalent strings on it. So it's just kind of surprised me that it was, and even when this A string, when I use the same string and tune it down to G, it doesn't drastically affect the intonation. So I guess it's probably just because of the longer scales, a little more forgiving than the shorter scales are. But the intonation, like I say, is just about perfect. I don't know whether this mic and this camera will pick it up. Also got pretty good harmonics at the 7th fret, which I can't really get that on any of my other ukuleles very well. It's weaker than a guitar, but it's definitely there, whereas on a lot of my ukuleles it's not really there. The 9th is a little weak, but still better than I get on most ukuleles, and then the 12th is really nice. Again, this string's a little snappy, but that'll change when I get a high tension string on it. And I apologize for the sound quality. I was going to use my decent mic and run through my USB device, and for some reason it's not working, and I don't know whether it blew up or just is being contrary, but it doesn't work. So this is what you get. Octave ukulele.